You don't expect me to stand like this.
What do you eat? Was it against last day being sure? No. More than a little nervous, folks. Bear with us. The last thing I was just nervous was actually my first day at work in Belfast. Two ladies beside me were born here. There's Anthem and Weeman, as we like to call them. But I worked at a bar just up on Fountain Street there, and I grew up in a bar. And it was all full of confidence, and my first day, this fella comes in and goes, "Hey mate, give me 3 game." And my confidence just really... But I'm not playing to the gallery here, folks, but I have to say that I've worked there for a while, and I've definitely met some of the nicest, most genuine people, and I would still consider them among my best friends now. So this first song is called, and as you know, my good lady, and most women want to live near their mothers, so back to the country we went, eventually. So this first song is called I Wish You Stayed in Belfast and Never Got Married. Grab your coat and grab your hat. Leave your troubles on the doorstep. Pick up your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear that little pat? And a happy song is at your feet. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with my blues on parade. Now I'm not afraid, 'cause this rover passed over. If I never had a sin, I'd be rich and Rockefeller with gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with my blues on parade. Now I'm not afraid, 'cause this rover passed over. If I never had a cent, I'd be rich, Rockefeller, with gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. Run the reverb, go what? The reverb? Bear with us, folks.
Reverb will tend to cover a few mistakes.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll stay with it. I'm going to try we tune. This one's called Hope, the Liverpool Hornpipe. It's loosely based on that thing, but we're going to try that. So we're deep.
and Julie's over to Ellen here. June is a nightmare, isn't it? It lets you down when you least. Homework not done. Right, I'm sorry, but it's better to tune now than to keep going, isn't it? We're going to do a Richard Thompson song, which is covered quite by a lot of Irish artists. You know, it's a lovely Irish feel to it.
This old house is falling down around my ears. I'm drowning in a river of my tears. When all is said and done, you hold me safe. I need you out the dimming of day. Hold me like the moon goes on beside. Just where I keep my head aside. What days have come to keep us far apart? A broken promise or a broken heart. Now I roll funny birds of wheels away. I need you out the dimming of day. Come the night, you're only what I want. Come the night, you be my confidant.
going to say, stick with your own. One of your own favourite songs, all the way from Strabane. Was it Hugh Duggan? No, it's not. Time for tea. Paul Brady. Dan's going to take us in here. And please, sorry, don't start. Please sing along.
Well, the first place that I saw me love, it was at the ball. I looked at her, I gazed at her, far above them all. But she looked upon me with scorn and disdain. And the bonny wee lassie's answer was to no, come again, was to no, come again. And the bonny wee lassie's answer was to no, come again. Well, the next place that I saw me love, it was that way. I looked at her, I gazed at her, and thought my heart would break. But she looked upon me with scorn and disdain. And the bonny wee lassie's answer was to no, come again, was to no, come again. And the bonny wee lassie's answer was to no, come again. Well, it being 6 months after, a little or above, when Cupid shot his arrow and he's wounded my true love. He's wounded her severely, which caused her to complain. And she wrote to me a letter saying you might come again, saying you might come again. And she wrote to me a letter saying you might come again. Well, I wrote her back an answer for to let her know why the life was in me body, sure 'twas there I wouldn't go. Why life was in me body and while I crossed her name. I mind the girl who say don't come again, who say don't come again. I mind the girl who say don't come again. So come all you pretty fair maids, warn and take by me, never slight a young man wherever he may be. For if you do, you're sure to ruin and cause you to complain. And you lie rude the day that you say don't come again, you say don't come again. You lie rude the day that you say don't come again.
I alluded to earlier, we grew up in a bar in Dungannon, right in the middle of the town. From an early age, it was a sort of different way. We lived upstairs above the pub, but the kitchen, you had to go through the pub in the morning to get your breakfast, and down the back to the kitchen. And I often remarked that when we came home from school, there was no school bags over our shoulders, that some boys would be sitting in the corner. And when we came down for our Rice Krispies the next morning, the same boys hadn't moved at all. But one of these fellas is a local character who sadly passed away recently. A fella by the name of Patsy McCann. And stories abound about Patsy. But the reason I'm mentioning him because Patsy came to music quite late in life, and so it's an example that it's never too late. But his first choice of instrument was the saxophone, and he used to take the saxophone into the pub, or different pubs. Needless to say, it wasn't easy on the ear, but what the local wags used to do when he had his eyes closed for a big solo, they would pour beer down the front of the saxophone. So he used to come out like a bubble bath, you know. So that was the end of the saxophone. And from that there, he took up the accordion, and even at his age now, he became quite accomplished, you know, and could hold his own in any section. So that was more or less, you know, it never is too late. And sometimes you watch people playing stuff, and, you know, everybody can get a tune out of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Patsy, a great deterrent in the house for unwanted guests. He had a motorbike, or like a scooter in the middle of the living room. And it would be an odd session in the house, and when the session was over and he wanted people to go home, he would rape the motorbike. He sort of fumigated the house. Everybody. This is just one of the songs he used to do. Okay. I'm not going to tell you the name of it because it gives it away. Sorry. It was early Friday morning as I cycled into town. My front wheel it was wobbling and the mudguard hanging down. The trousers of my old grey suit were tied up with baler twine, and the pension book was telling me that a pint would soon be mine. "How are you, Mr. Murphy?" said the postal clerk to me. "Not too bad," says I to her, "for a man of 73. A fox came through my house last night and stole my only duck. I'll buy a lottery ticket," says she, "and it might change your luck." Well, I took the little girl's advice and gave to her a pound. Outside I scratched the ticket with the penknife I had found. Well, I nearly dropped me trousers and grew a head of hair, when suddenly I realised I was a bloomin' millionaire. No more hay or turf to cut, and no more feeding calves. One drive of my big right boot, and my bike was in two halves. Sure, I headed for the local, and I was feeling great. Friends I never knew before came in to celebrate. It was not long after that I had a new suit on my back, a brand new car outside the door, and a telephone on the rack. The wife was sporting blonde locks where her grey ones used to be, and the Wellington tracks had disappeared from just below her knees. As I sat down admiring the new clothes that she wore, the brand new set of teeth she got installed the day before, I held her oh so tightly, as in when I was a groom, and we looked so rich and graceful as we danced around the room. 'Twas then I got an awful shock. I thought I'd nearly died, as I spied the ugly missus when I opened up one eye, with rollers in her old grey hair. Oh, she nearly made me sick. "Get up and milk the cow," she said, "you raving lunatic." 'Twas then, of course, I realised that it was all a dream. The cows were lowing in the field, and the cat was at the cream. My bike was in the ditches, my trousers had a shine, but it was lovely while it lasted, that willing dream of mine. Go!
of that after. Version of that.
Without the motorbike. Beme Giriak Auron Music. So the Gaelgars here, please forgive me for my many mispronunciations. It's a song I heard sung by Seamus Begley. Kerryman is called Cariach Maliha, which means the accursed Kerryman. The word, a wee prompter sheet here. I don't know the words, but it have a prompter. I like it because when I was singing it or hear it, it reminds me of Dean Martin. And I'll let you draw your own. I'll let you draw your own conclusions. Mahalan Namgajan Dushi Hontaribra Khail Dwachiel no Madrifar Walyam but it's Shloon and yo Natarm yo Gani Kodarige Stampeli Huxen do Kruan Namdaskide Station Die wegslegen om oren oren nariha Nana chrocha nam mona nam foren nor lavardin Beirin chisfadogin or agsadagin Olagas Mahishke Maseis Faria Father Harevitio Narafradiam William Mani Tagaha Snaffers wie still na we so hurry to the khosor no frabshin see a trillion na class me Doral mialtes a freedom molande Father varemis io Eri kharga ni volyam golyan Hurdum navantani fiuram golande Dan kharif malkha wal dvkhujage Lefreha navlader etugan golwage There's a lady to the left of me who's got off very lately tonight. She's complaining of a sore throat. It's more new teenagers, like. Word. The last time she was here, she did a wee bit of an Imelda May one, which we're going to do the tempo. It's a bit of a change. You know it, right? raising the farm, some songs next. Again, a lot of these songs seem to be covered by local artists. Check one more time. I was 18 when it came to town. They called it the summer of love. They were burning babies, burning flags, the hawks against the doves. I took a jump down at the steam meet, down on Castle Street, and I fell in love with a long-feet girl who was working next to me. With brown hair, a zigzag round her face, and a look of mild surprise, like a fox caught in the headlight, there was animal in her eyes. Said to me, now can't you see? Dang fine. And if you don't get me out of here, I'll lose my mind. And she was a rare thing, fine as a bee's wing, so fine a gust of wind might blow her away. And she was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, so long as there's no price in love, I'll stay. Wouldn't want me any other way. We busked around the market towns, take a man in Kent, and we could clink our pots and pans wherever we went. We were camping at the Gowrie, and the work was pretty good. She wouldn't wait for the harvest, I thought we should. I said that we might settle down, get a few acres down, with a fire burning in the hearth and babies on the run. She said, oh man, you foolish man, that surely sounds like hell. You might be lord of half the world, but you'll not own me as well. And she was a rare thing, fine as a bee's wing. I thought that I might crush her where she lay. And she was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, so long as there's no price in love, I'll stay. You wouldn't want me any other way. We were drinking more in those days, and our tempers reached a pitch. Like a fool I went and let her run off. She took